What was the most important moment in human history? That's the question that I'll be considering in this first video of a new series, which I wanted to call T-Series for Trail Series, considering that I'm on the Appalachian Trail, but my legal team said that that would not be a good idea, so I'm going to call it the AT Series. But when you're hiking for about 10 hours a day up and down mountains, you have a lot of time to think. And this week I've been thinking a lot about the poll, or rather the two polls that I put to my subscribers a couple of weeks ago, asking, first of all, what was the most important singular moment in human history? And second of all, what was the most important movement/era in human history? Now, for that first question, the vast majority of you said that the invention of writing was the most important singular moment in human history. That's a really good answer, even though it was probably not a singular moment, but I mean, that was the options that I put on, right? So, you know, that's more kind of on me. That is a great answer, but I disagree. So I think only about 2 to maybe 6% of you agreed with me on this, but I think it was the moment that the boot of Hernan Cortez slammed down onto a Mexican beach in 1519. He would, of course, go on to conquer the Aztec Empire and found the Spanish colony of Mexico. So Hernan Cortez, bastard that he was, I think did so much to shape the modern world. I mean, he kickstarted European colonialism. He basically ensured that Catholicism would be the dominant religion of the world for centuries to come. But his greatest legacy, just in my opinion, was his greed. The fact that he was mostly out for gold. And European colonialism, it really is inseparable from the history of capitalism, right? I mean, 9 times out of 10, when Europeans went to some place to settle, they were trying to make a buck. And we see that in our modern world in the form of our supermarkets and convenience stores and banks, right? Now, for that second question, this one's a lot more broad and I think a lot more open to interpretation. As far as the most important movement/era, the vast majority of you said it was the agricultural revolution, which is a good answer once again, but I think it might be kind of looking at things from too much of a modern perspective, if I may be so bold as to say. I think, again, this is entirely my opinion, but I think the most important movement was the cognitive revolution of about 70,000 years ago. The invention of complex language came around that time, of art, of culture. Now, I love stories and I love storytelling, so maybe I'm a little biased in that regard, but I think that even if you take away agriculture and sort of, you know, human settlements, the sedentary lifestyle, you know, none of that stuff makes us human. I think what makes us human is the fact that we can communicate with each other, that we can cooperate with each other in large numbers, and that we can tell each other stories, and that we can really sum up our values using this amazing tool of storytelling. So anyway, it's just kind of what I've been thinking about while traipsing up and down these mountains. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. There should be about more, you know, maybe like 4 more of these or so coming up over the next month. All right. Adios. See you down the trail.